Tonight's call is about a group of guys who set out looking for a local ghost story. Nothing serious, no expectations, just curiosity and hopes of getting scared. They wanted a story to tell. What they found was something they weren't prepared for, something real. Paranormal Payphone.
Welcome back to Paranormal Payphone. Brandon, I am stoked for today's episode.
Dude, this is awesome.
So, I did some research into this.
Out the gate.
Okay. Cheating 100%, because when this story came in, this is exciting for me. So, we're in the greater Nashville area. A lot of the stories that we've gotten have been from the South predominantly, right?
Yeah.
Your neck of the woods, as you would say.
Yeah.
And this is from me. I have been to this place. I know where this guy called from. So this is super exciting because this is something that I can relate to. It's not just all your Confederate Sasquatches that are running around these parts. Like, you know, this is something, I've been to this place. I understand it.
This is a crazy story, man.
It is.
You know, it's your typical, group of guys trying to get into some trouble. And boy, did they find it.
The best part is they found some trouble, or some trouble found them.
Yeah.
Either way, it was a story that is similar to something that I did growing up, that a lot of us have done, that really kind of sent us down this trail, is trying to find a good time, something to do.
Yeah. That local ghost story.
That's right.
The legends. Let's see if this is really real.
So when I went to this, because I went to this when I was younger.
Okay, you say younger. How old?
The gentleman never tells his age.
I'm not saying now, fool.
Look at this gray hair. You think I'm ready to put this out there? No, this was when I was probably just out of high school time frame. So roughly, we'll say before 22, after 17, like in those time frames. And so the internet wasn't quite as popping as it is now. And so now you have things like Reddit, and you have different sites that like will give you like, oh, here's the map location. I remember just having an idea of where this place was and going down to the area and going to gas stations and restaurants and things like that and being like, hey, what do you know about this? And usually what would end up happening is you'd get blown off. Like people would be like,
yeah,
it's just a story. We're not, but occasionally one, Family Express owner, that's a local gas station chain, would be like, I know exactly what you're talking about. You're going to go 4 miles up this way, take a right, take a left, go down this dirt road. And we're like, absolutely, that sounds great. Random man we've never met before sending us down a dirt road. Let's go explore that for a little bit. So the fact that they were also at this place means A, someone else found it.
Yeah.
B, I think they might have cheated. I feel like they missed out on that experience.
Yeah. So how far away from where you were growing up, how far away is this thing? And did you know about this thing like at a younger age, or this place, I won't say this thing, but at a younger age, and you finally worked the courage up to go there?
No, this had been something that I didn't know about until deeper on into it. It was probably about a 3-hour drive, if I'm being honest. And so if you're like, hey, what was going on with you on a Friday night? Nothing that I couldn't dedicate 6 hours of driving.
There we go.
Yeah.
You guys had the life.
Yeah. Eat that, ladies,
Oh, yeah.
But so it was a haul to get there. And like I said, you had to do some investigation when you got there. You couldn't just dive right in. You had to try to figure out where this place was. So it was something that I didn't grow up knowing a lot about, but it was something that once we found out about it, we're like, okay,
we'll see what happens.
We're in for the trip.
Yeah.
And there's some details in here. Some of it he left in his message. Some of it I'm going to fill in with what I know of the place.
Okay.
And so it's going to be really interesting to see exactly how the two stories line up.
Yeah, this is really a unique moment here because
Yeah.
you've actually been to this place.
I'm so excited
Yeah,
for
this
it.
is. I'm very thankful they called in.
Now, something else that I'm excited for has been blowing up my feed.
Is this a little conspiracy corner?
This is a little conspiracy corner here. I
boy.
want to
Here
know
we go.
if anyone else has gotten this stuff. I have been flooded with superheroes.
Like Superman?
Not quite.
Okay.
Okay. This isn't a Superman. This isn't a Batman. This isn't a Flash situation. I'm getting flooded with a bunch of people who look like they are really into anime
Okay.
developing their superpowers. Have you seen this?
Enlighten me, please.
Oh my goodness. It is fantastic. Okay. And it's them setting up bottles on a table and just like force pushing them, and like they start wiggling around. Or like one guy, my absolute favorite is this dude. He's in a parking lot. There's a bunch of leaves on the ground, and all of a sudden he starts spinning his arms, and they kind of twist up like a big windstorm came, right? I don't know if it's real or not.
But you're all in.
I'm all in on it.
Yeah.
I watched an embarrassing amount of them, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. Has this hit you at all?
This one hasn't hit me.
No?
I'm still on the the list and maybe the McDonald's food.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're not getting people who think they are the last airbender?
No.
No?
No, I'm not seeing that one.
No, it's so fascinating because I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's garbage. But like I'm also not like bending a candle flame like they are. I don't know, it could be real. There's the one that honestly has me a little confused. I'm gonna be honest, this is an honest moment. This is a moment between friends. We're all friends here.
Yeah.
This lady is spinning like this piece of tinfoil on a stick. Not impressive, right? You're like, if I move my arms enough, like I could get like. So I'm watching her do this, and she stops the foil, right? Pulls out this big glass bowl and puts it over the top of it, and then starts spinning it again. Could we be developing superpowers?
It's possible. It sounds like it.
How much of your life have you wasted on dumb stuff like playing college basketball when you could have been making be making yourself a superhero?
Something useful now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's outside of the arthritis and the
Instead
joints.
of two blown out ankles, you could be out there bending fire.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
Man, just a dummy.
I tell you what, if this was hitting any of your guys' feeds, comment below. Let me know. Let me know if you think it's real or not, because I'm going to be honest with you. I want it to be real.
Yeah, send us some so I can see it.
If it is real,
Yeah.
I swear to you, I am going to be on the mountains of Tibet tomorrow, just whooshing my arms around. Like, we're going to make this happen one way or another.
And I can totally see you doing this.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be me and my youngest. Like, we'll be up there. She might have superpowers.
I think she might.
She might. If one of my kids does,
It's for sure her.
it is for sure here. But let's get into this call, because this is awesome.
Let's do it, man.
All right.
All right.
So back in the day, we used to go ghost hunting as a little group, and so we loaded up. It was me and two of my friends, and then one additional dude who was a little bit of a wild card, and that made it a little bit more interesting. But we went down to this place in like middle Indiana, and when I was approached about this, it was, hey, we would love to go check this place out. The story is there was a car accident, and during the car accident, the guy was taking his date to prom, and during the car accident, he got beheaded by a dog in the middle of the road, and his head went on the dog's body, and presumably the dog's head went on his body. Now, whichever carnation of the spirit that was haunting that area, no one was ever clear on, but that was always the story. So he comes and he tells me this, and I look at him and I'm just like, this may be the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. And he goes, I knew you were going to say that. What if I told you that the car was still on the bank next to the bridge? And I said, sign me up, we're on our way right now. Okay. So we drive down there, it's late Friday. We get there. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's like behind a house. And the story always went that they couldn't finish the bridge that the accident happened on because weird stuff would happen, like, you know, the equipment would start on its own and like people had gotten injured randomly on there, so they actually built a bridge next to it, but both of them had become, for lack of a better term, condemned. So as we approached the bridge, the wild card kid that we were with happens to pull out his 9mm, which was enough for me to go, what are we doing here? And as we get closer, we get up to the edge of the bridge, I mean, toes to the edge of the line, and it becomes completely silent. There's not any birds chirping, there's no squirrels running around, no rabbits, no deer, everything is just deadly silent. So we charge across the bridge, and as we're charging across the bridge, we can feel scratching and clawing underneath the bridge, and the next thing you know, we are face down at our car. We had gotten removed from the bridge forcibly by something.
Okay, Steve. A wild sequence of events here.
Yeah.
You've been to this place. Yeah. How does this relate to what you've seen in the story that this guy is telling? Have you seen anything similar?
So it lines up like almost exact.
Really?
Like it's a pretty much one for one. We had very similar experiences when I went down there. Okay. And for the record, the place he's talking about is called Dogface Bridge. In the paranormal world, naming is not like a wild thing. It's like, what is that creature with the big feet? That's a Bigfoot. What is that dog-shaped man? Yeah. Oh, you mean dog man?
Dog man.
Like, we're not real creative in things, and so that's why I think a lot of the stuff is real, because we're not great at naming. Clearly, we're not creative. So, but this is called Dogface Bridge. So the story goes, like he said, accident happened, something got beheaded. Now, there's a couple different versions of this story.
Okay. Like
anything else, there is the story that says that this is a prom couple. There is a story that says this is a wedding night. There is a difference between whether it was the man that ended up with the dog head or the lady that ended up with the dog head. Either way, this is a dog man situation.
It is.
Now, not the dog man like the werewolf, like we talk about, but the dog man like the children's book, which...
Dog-a-man.
Dog-a-man.
Yeah.
My youngest daughter refers to it as Dog-a-man. And so for the rest of time, it will be Dog-a-man to me.
And you will call it that.
100%. And she loves it.
Yeah.
I'm watching it, and they're like performing the surgery in there. And I'm like, what are we doing right now?
So weird. Yeah.
It all lines up. Now, the way that they got me to this place, and we talked about this earlier, is I heard this story similar to this dude, and I was like, there's no way that we're going to do this. This seems like a waste. And when I found out that the sedan from the accident was embedded into the bank is when I was like, now we're talking. Okay, let's go.
How can we never move this? Why did they? Is there anything on any like background on why they? Was it too dangerous for them to move the car? Or just hey, we'll just leave it here.
So after the accident took place, this is all my research that was done at that time, and a little bit now. There were a few deaths on the scene. They had incidents where bulldozers and steamrollers and equipment that were used in the operation actually would turn on their own and run, and were knocking things over and damaging things. The crazy part is if you go to this bridge, there's actually two bridges there. There is the one where the accident took place, And then there was the one that they built right next to it because they were unable to finish the other bridge.
Interesting.
At this point, both of them are deserted. And it is the shadiest place you've ever been. Indiana, flat.
Yep.
A lot of field, a lot of corn. You know, just call it like it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just being honest.
Just being honest.
Yep.
And you're driving down this old abandoned road. There's a couple of abandoned farmhouses right there. And when you turn onto a dirt and gravel path. And there is nothing out there.
Is it just fields, or I mean, is this like a wooded area? Or
So it is a wooded area nestled between the fields. So
Okay.
it's like the semi main road is field. You turn off of that, turn back, or driving for a little bit, and like there is just a turn off onto this gravel path. There's not street signs. It is just like a place.
Okay.
And so there is the path that would have been heavily driven on has been overgrown by the woods.
Okay.
And so you drive up to that. Now, when I went, I did experience some of those similar things in the fact that like I could hear things around. The woods went silent. And when I say silent, I mean like deafening silence.
Did you hear the scratching and clawing when you went?
So I definitely heard something underneath.
Okay.
I don't know that it was like scratching and clawing coming
Like
at
he was
me.
describing, yeah.
But the other thing about it is because there are two very similar but also different stories attached to this location. So some people hear what I would assume would be the dog body with the other creature's head, guy or girl, that's underneath the bridge. Some people see an apparition of the lady with the dog head.
That's wild, man. What do you do? Did you ever see that first off?
I never saw that,
Okay.
but I had the same experience where when I walked up to the edge of the bridge, the woods went silent. Like, have you ever been, like, you've been in the woods in, like, the middle of the night? It's never quiet. Like, there's always, like, something going on. There's something rustling. There's something moving. Like, caller mentioned it. Like, there's always something going on. When I tell you, you walk up to the edge of the thing, and it is not silent. It is deafening silence. Like, it is so quiet. You can hear everything that's happening.
Is it one of these where you can feel like hear your heartbeat?
Oh,
Almost?
100%. Like,
man,
you know right in that moment
Yeah.
that this is it.
I'm dead.
I'm dead. This is
There's
it.
no going back.
Now, when I went, I was in a borrowed 2000 Ford Focus.
Okay.
And so, like, the chances of me escaping the Fast and the Furious style were pretty slim to none.
You're better off running at this point.
100%. Yeah. We were not going to Tokyo drift our way through this gravel road, even though I would have liked to. I would like to have been the DK, the Drift King in that moment, But when you walked up, it was complete silence.
It's so wild, man.
And you could hear something was happening underneath. Now, when you're standing off of it and not around it, there were no noises underneath that bridge. It was just like a standard thing. But the minute you got up to that bridge and on that bridge is when the bridge became a place of noise.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's when you'd start hearing the scratching or whatever it is.
100%.
Would you ever hear any like footsteps or like somebody walking around the bridge, or was it just all this like clawing, like weird, or was it hard to tell?
It was kind of hard to tell because it was definitely a lot of stomping happening from there. And it was something that was interesting is whatever it wasn't like a small noise. Like, it was a large noise from something seemingly very large underneath it.
Okay, so when you went there and you start hearing these things, how quickly are you getting off the bridge?
So that is the thing about going with a group of people.
Yeah.
Is you never want to be the first one off the bridge.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you want to see how far you can push it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know, see how far you can make it. Can you make it all the way across? Because the story is you can't make it all the way across. And so you try to make it all the way across. None of us ever made it all the way across.
So what happens if, that keeps you from making it all the way? What's the local, hearsay, folklore about it that...
Depending on which apparition you see or hear, if the thing under the bridge gets you, it drags you under.
Oh.
If the lady gets to you, she just runs people off.
Okay.
Now, I will say this, and this is where we get to a little bit of hearsay. That's the best part about these stories.
Yeah, man.
Right? I had a friend who I went with who we had done a lot of this stuff together. And so for something to kind of throw him off was a little odd. He was a country gentleman, I'll say, so he looked for a lot of the solutions on a lot of these things, and not a lot of stuff really kind of frightened him. He went back down there during the daytime, and he said that he was able to make it all the way across during the daytime. And when he got to the car that was embedded in the side of the bank, he felt a wind rush through the bridge and hit him. He said it was the only thing. There was no other wind going on. He just felt the wind rush through. He said it was a loud noise.
That's crazy.
Almost like a car crash coming through.
So by himself?
By himself.
Golly, I don't know how he walks around.
Listen, he was a tough dude. He was a tough dude.
But, okay, so when that happened with him, and I don't know if you even know or not, did he just bolt at that point?
Well, at that point, it happened, and he's like, that's weird. The last thing I'm going to do is go back across that bridge.
Yeah.
So he kind of hung out for a second to see if anything else happened, then he went across that bridge.
Yeah.
Now, full disclosure, I don't know that wind didn't come from an anime-loving man on Instagram forcing it across. That may have been the development of some highly advanced superpowers that had come through. If so, please send me the video because I want to see more of it.
These are the new super soldiers, man.
Think about it. It could be it. But that bridge, he felt that, came back through. I did see a thing not too long ago, within the last maybe 5-6 years, that they had actually removed the vehicle.
Really?
At this point, which at that point,
why?
I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Now we're disrupting the grounds. That seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah. There's probably too many yahoos going up there trying to figure this thing out.
Well, yeah, because they made it too easy.
Yeah.
You got to go sweet talk a guy at a gas station to get some advice and some directions.
Yeah.
But now that's been removed. I believe everything's still shut down. I've heard some reports that people are still seeing things. I did a little bit of research and looked back into it, and it still seems like a hotbed where people are still seeing stuff.
Yeah. Are you going back there today?
No.
No way?
No.
Done.
No, we're I've had my fill.
Yeah.
At this point. I feel like a lot of that stuff, it's a young man's game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something to that. You gotta be able to get away.
That's what I'm saying. You got blown out ankles. COVID hit me like a sack of bricks. I don't got the lung capacity to go fight ghost dogs.
Dog woman.
Dog woman, the key holder. I can't fight those things at this point.
The gatekeeper.
The gatekeeper. What do you think? I'm going to fight Zool?
Zool, yeah. Oh, gosh, yeah. That's a terrifying one, too.
Listen, Ghostbusters, I think Ghostbusters might have really set me down some bad paths as a young kid.
You think?
I think it did. I think it led to where I am now, which I'm thankful for. But I definitely feel like Zool freaked me out a little too much. You know what one really got me was Ghostbusters 2. And they had the ooze coming out of the painting. That freaked me out.
That dude was, what was his name? Do you remember his name?
Why would you ask me this?
Right.
Right
While
now?
we're recording, yeah. Setting you up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was freaky. But Ghostbusters 2 is where, like, the premise from where we got this. So
100%. That's
holds
where
a special place in our heart there.
That's where it came from. But that freaked me out when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Like, the thought of that, like the painting coming alive. Yeah. I don't know about you. So all of our families had these weird paintings in the house, right? Like, my grandma had this one portrait, and it was like some old boyfriend she had back. Like, it was always very weird that she had it. But this dude, I was like, he is for sure coming alive at one point in time.
Yeah.
It freaked me out in a way that I'm not proud of.
My mom has recently come across some pictures that we had in the house growing up, and they were like the glass, where it looks like everyone's a ghost. There's no smiling or anything. And we used to have these in the bedrooms, man, and it would be like, oh my gosh, there's no way I can sleep in this house or in this room, this part of the house. Get rid of that. She asked me, she's like, do you want some of these? I'm like, absolutely not.
I'll take them for the fire that I have going out back, and then that's it.
Yeah, but do you want to open that window? What if there's something tied to these pictures?
It's a good point.
Yeah, I'm not bringing it. I don't want it.
Yeah, not bringing it to my house.
Nope.
No.
None of that.
All right, so you go to this Dogface Bridge. Are you going?
Yeah, I would go to that. This story kind of reminds me of a place where I grew up, in Crazy George's Bridge. Not the entire story, the dog woman, the dog man, but stuff happens up there.
Yeah.
So we used to go up there as kids, teenagers trying, looking for trouble, really.
Yeah.
So, it reminds me a lot, probably because the bridge is involved. No cars embedded. But I have seen, this was a wooden bridge at one time, and then it got burnt. And so the county had to rebuild it, and then it's just graffitied out now.
So your bridge was an active bridge?
Yeah.
So this one's not active at all?
Not active. So is there a road, like an actual road going up to the bridge, or is it all like grown over? And
it was all gravel going up to the bridge, and then gravel on the other side, because they never got to finish the road because of all the weirdness that was going on around it. So because they never got to do that, it kind of got all grown over.
Okay.
And I believe at that point it got purchased out by people, like that land did.
Yeah.
And so they were not huge fans of us coming and exploring.
I'm sure.
That was always the warning, was like, hey, they don't love people coming and looking at this stuff. As I've gotten older, I understand that much more. and it bothers me much less than it did then, but that is a thing for sure.
Yeah. There's a part of this story that we've not hit, and it's where it's like something shoves them.
Yeah.
What's that? You think this is the woman dog man thing, get off my yard, moment, or what?
Okay, so I will give you some dimensions. Now, we are talking about guy measurement. Okay. Once again, we're here again.
A recurring theme.
So just understand, guy measurement is what it is. The bridge is about 40, 50 feet.
Okay.
Like, it's a fairly substantial distance that you're going, right? And so for something to shove somebody from like being even 10, 15 feet onto the bridge, to feel that shove, that's pretty substantial.
Yeah.
And it may have been the lady, it may have been something like getting them off the bridge. I don't know what would have pushed them over, but something did.
You never had that though.
I never had, but I'm also a wimp. Like, I wasn't, when the thing started moving around under there, I'm like, that's a big thing under there.
Yeah.
I'm not a big guy. I'm going to head out of here. Yeah. I also didn't have someone with me that was packing a 9mm. So that is another side of the story. What are you fighting this thing with?
I'm not shooting a ghost.
No?
Because I'm going to wind up shooting one of the guys I'm with.
For sure.
Or myself, you know. Just being that scared. I don't know. You got a proton pack?
I was going to say, like, unless you got a proton pack.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I don't know what you're going to do. Yeah. Shoot some sage at it? Yeah. I don't know what you do in that situation.
Yeah.
But, at least he was prepared. We've had some calls, and we've had some people that have been like, I don't know what I was going to do. I just stuck it out. Yeah. And This guy came prepared. He had a game plan.
He was ready for a duel.
It was a terrible game plan.
Yeah.
But it was a game plan nonetheless.
He was thinking. He was trying.
Yeah. You know, he gave it a shot.
Yeah.
I guess it's better than work on some knife skills real quick. You know.
Break out the nunchucks. Yeah.
Just flipping the nunchucks around.
That'll show them.
That's right.
Yeah.
You have a pair of nunchucks when you were a kid?
Well, a kid, yeah, because the Ninja Turtles were big.
100%.
Yeah. So I had that, and then the I don't know, whatever Raphael had, the
size.
The size.
Listen, ladies, I'm taking.
Relax.
Relax.
Yeah.
So you were big into the nunchucks and the size, huh?
Yeah. Michelangelo was my favorite turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have one?
Yeah, of course I did.
Which one?
I was a Donatello guy.
Oh, of course you were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Purple.
Dang, I'm back to purple.
We keep walking.
I'm back to purple.
You were not getting away from purple
for some reason.
Yeah.
See, it was like the nerdy factor that really I was like, Donatello's my guy.
That's your dude.
Yeah. Raphael, I didn't really identify with. He was just always angry, it felt like.
He's kind of, he got a chip on his shoulder all the time.
Yeah. But Michelangelo's a good choice.
Party dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually showed my girls the Ninja Turtles.
The cartoon or the movies?
The cartoons.
Okay.
And so we were watching it, and they were roasting me. Like on an open fire, just like turning the spigot, just roasted me.
Yeah.
Until Raphael got caught in the foot soldiers' van and they drove off. And then my oldest goes,
and they all bought in.
And I was like, I'm sorry. Are you worried for his safety right now? And she's like, what happens? I'm like, no, you'll never know. I'm going to turn it off right now. And she goes, let's finish the episode. I was like, it's a two-parter.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't understand this in streaming world, but they are really good.
Yeah. All these cartoons. The 80s cartoons, man, they blow everything out.
100%.
Yeah.
The cartoons were really good. The stories are good.
Yeah.
The animation is what you
Suspect,
get.
yeah.
But like it's really good stuff.
Yeah.
Now the movies, have you done the movies?
Yeah, the early on. I haven't done any of the latest releases, but
Sure.
the first, the second one, with Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Hit those hard.
Do you know the most terrifying thing about those movies?
What?
All right. So they were shot in like a low standard definition, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when they got put out on DVD and streaming and like they raised up the quality to like 4K, what happened is you can actually see the actors' eyes through the mouths of the Ninja Turtles.
We recently talked about actors in masks and what's going on in the world, so that doesn't surprise me.
But you can see their eye, like you can see them through the mask. Like the video quality was so bad that they're like, oh, no one's ever going to see that.
Yeah.
Flash forward, now you can definitely see the character's eyes sticking out. And so it's one of those things like now you watch it and it's like, oh, that's the guy from the pizza delivery shop that's actually Raphael.
Yeah. Still a great movie.
Still a great movie.
Yeah. Great
Still a lot of
callback to
fun.
the childhood. Yeah.
I love them. It does not surprise me. Michelangelo was your guy. Raphael was your guy. Like I could see both those things happening for you.
A good mix there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a solid mix.
Yeah.
I hold strong to my belief though that Michelangelo is the strongest of the Ninja Turtles.
Really?
Yep.
Why's that?
Because everybody else was concentrated on the fight, and he was holding his own, thinking about pizza and skateboarding.
Yeah, the entire
Can
time.
you imagine if he locked in? It's over.
Endless possibility.
It's over.
Shredder has no chance.
No chance
Super
at all.
Shredder, Bebop Rocksteady is over.
They're done.
They're done. Yeah.
Was it Krang?
Yeah. That's a creepy one, man.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that guy should be on a list that we're reading about on the internet. Like,
Yeah, he probably is.
Like there is for sure. Like Walt Disney's brain is definitely in a robot body somewhere
sure.
on an island right
Yeah.
now. Right. Setting up Bitcoin right
Setting
now
up Bitcoin.
as we speak.
Yep. Crashing Bitcoin.
Crashing Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Man, I hope it's true. I got a lot of investments. I'm trying to ride into this. You know,
This is your chance, man.
this is it. I'm taking every dime.
Yeah.
And putting it into a failed state Bitcoin right now.
Hey, just let it ride, man.
Hey, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
But it's an awesome call.
Yeah.
We got to hear a lot of really cool stuff. And finally, something from my neck of the woods. You know, like either way you look at it, we know that this ghost dog woman fought for the North.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
and that means something on my podcast right now, okay? Like we've had a lot of Confederate war zone soldiers.
Apparent World War zone.
Apparently World War. You know, and now we got some Union
Yeah.
representation in there. So, you know, if you're haunted by a ghost of the Union, there's a great place for you to share this with. Whether you've seen a ghost woman, a ghost dog, a combination of the two, you can let us know at paranormalpayphone@gmail.com. You can call and leave us a message up to 3 minutes. Just be like everybody else and submit too. It's fine. We'll piece it together. But you call 615-431-9003. Hit us up on our socials, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I know it's dumb, but it really helps us. And we could use your help. Listen, we're friends. We're all friends here. We could use your help. You know, I can't have more people throwing leaves in the air than Paranormal Payphone videos out there. Okay, so I need at least more followers than the lady who's moving tinfoil with her hands. Okay, if we can make that happen, sky's the limit. Okay, if we can make that happen, Brandon's going to develop his superpowers
That's
and
right.
show us on the show.
Yeah. No clue what that's going to be.
No,
But we'll figure it out.
You know, we'll figure it out together. But either way, like, comment, subscribe. Shoot us a voice memo, shoot us an email, shoot us a phone call. You could be as anonymous or anonymous as you want to be. Either way, we're going to get our stories out to the world and get it to more people so we can have more experiences together.
So until next time, who are you going to call?
That's Paranormal Payphone.